foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakodash.
Give honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone that rule well, the top Bible teachers on the planet Earth today. Also want to send out a hearty shalom to all the sincere brothers throughout the four corners of the earth that push the unadulterated truth of the Bible and risk their lives doing so and never waking up the whole percent of the nation of Israel. Hey, we are the Israelites, right? As written in the scriptures, they come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of us, right? Okay, and this is our duty. Okay? And like beloved brother Mark said, okay, it's all about prophecy. Okay? So without further ado, we're gonna jump into prophecy.
We're gonna do what the Lord, had us on earth to do, man. We're gonna do His spirit, right? The spirits of the prophet is subject to the prophets, man. What did the prophets speak about? Bring that up.
Khan. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's what the ancient prophets did, man. That's what the prophets doing in these songs. Starting with our apostles and elders, great millstone, man. Right? They prophesied against kingdoms, against nations, of war and of evil and of pestilence. What's coming up? What's at head right now? Like World War III. But we know before World War III comes, what, that hour of temptation, right? The mark of the beast. Right? Like with Esau, even the so-called white man. Everybody receive a seed. Those who receive that seed are going to be in that fire that's coming, man. Right? Because the Lord's rousing up these nations like to shoot missiles against America, which is Babylon the Great. Right? And it's not far-fetched, because they have those missiles, man. And that movie Oppenheimer came out and it shows, hey, pretty much the destruction of Babylon, man.
I got something. You mentioned the mark of the beast, so let's bring out that scripture. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads.
So that's he is the so-called white man. Esau Edom started with the wheat bakers, man, the round child, Rockefeller, viewpoints. Right, he's going to cause all these people to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead. And it's not far-fetched. Elon Musk with the Neuralink, that's covered the forehead part, man. Right, then you got when they have the NFCs, this chip over in Europe. Right, then you got the RFID chip over here. Right, so you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have it. A lot of people, they're going to literally take it, man. There's a judgment for those who take it. Right?
And you got it. And just to add what you were, back to Jeremiah 28 and 8, this is an evil. This is bad times because, people are going to be put in a predicament. Like, if you don't take this charagma, you can't eat. You can't drink. All right? That's bad times, man. All right? And those that do take the charagma, those that do take the mark of the beast, you got a missile with your name on it. All right? Nuclear war. You're going to bake in that fire. All right? I just wanted to make that point,
And like we always like to say, at the end of the day, whose charagma is this? Okay? It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And he's the creator of everything, okay? And really, what's at stake, and why do Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we've been given the eye salve and understanding of the scriptures, okay? We have that foresight, and basically just that understanding. To know that, ultimately, this is the Heavenly Father's plan. And really, what's happening now is now you're going to have to show who you believe in, right? And you're going to have to show where your allegiance lies.
Right.
Okay? Because you got these denominations, like we looked up, how many denominations is, like, what, over 300?
300 plus. I think Ramak found like 500 to 1,000 different denominations on the globe.
Which
Yeah.
is cool, because what does it say in the Constitution? Religious freedom.
Right.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? The freedom to worship whatever you want to worship. Okay, cool. Okay, but what the Heavenly Father's doing, alluding to Revelation 3 and 10, there's an hour of temptation coming, right? And like beloved brother Samat was saying, turmoil is going to befall you people. Right? You're going to be put in a predicament to where you got to downright choose your allegiance. Okay?
Yep.
And there's only two allegiances. There's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and there's Satan. Okay? And a lot of you people don't know it. You already have pledged your allegiance to Satan. Okay?
Yep.
And it's going into what? the beast, the image of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping. Y'all already worship the beast.
Yep.
Now he's gonna solidify it by putting a digital all into it.
Okay, come.
Okay, like the scriptures talk about that all. Once the servant wants to declare, right? Once the servant wants to stay with, with their master, he puts that all himself. Well, guess what? That's what's happening. Guess what? The Lord told us how that works. Okay, and our allegiance is supposed to be to who? Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Specifically to you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, you got to see that.
This book of Exodus chapter 21, Exodus chapter 21 and verse 6. I'll start at verse 5. Exodus 21 and verse 5, it says, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. So he said he plainly loved his master and his wife and his children, which he got his master gave a wife to have the children. Right? So he want to stay. He want to stay in that environment.
Right, because the master, that's the master's property. Right. All right, that wife and that children, that belongs to the master, not to the husband. All right, so that was the ultimatum. Got it.
When you get Exodus 21 and verse 5, it says, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Verse 6, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door and unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through within all, and he shall serve him forever.
And that's what's at stake. The Lord is saying, okay, you choose now, this day, whom you shall serve. Right? Okay, and for you Israelites, it's either Yahweh Shem Yahushai or Satan. Okay? Esau, Edom, the simple plain white man, comes under the guise of peace and love and care and offering a way out. Okay, but ultimately he's a minion of Satan. Okay? And that our temptation, you're going to have to do all that. Well, that's my God won't. My God this and my God. Okay. Well, there's a day of reckoning coming. And you're gonna have to literally choose. Okay? And it's not gonna be a situation where it's like, okay, well, we'll get back to you. No. You're not gonna be able to eat. You're not gonna be able to fight. You got it, go bring it.
Let's continue on.
Right.
In the book of Revelation, chapter 13, I'm going to read 16 again. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma, all right, the mark, in their right hand or in their foreheads.
So he's going to cause everybody. Go to that word, go to the root word to understand what it is, man.
That's right, that's right.
But these people, these other Israelite camps saying, hey, the mark of the beast is spiritual, man. This is something, it's a physical thing, man.
Right.
But you're going to have a conscious decision whether you're going to take that or not, man.
Right. You have to physically, all right, you have to physically take it, meaning you're saying, yes, put this device in my skin. Charagma, okay? And this is the definition. A stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the, it says Antichrist, but there are many Antichrists. It's really the followers of the image of the beast. Because when you take that Quran, you're saying you're okay with LGBTQ lifestyle.
Yep.
You're okay with, this so-called white man, Esau and Edom, all right? To rule over you, okay? You're okay with all these bullshit laws they push out, right? Pedophilia. And that's the new thing.
Right.
You're okay with that shit.
Right. You also saying that you don't believe that the Lord gonna destroy this place.
Right, right.
You don't believe the Lord coming back soon.
Yep.
You know, you don't believe in the prophecies.
The mark branded upon horses. All right, and come on. All right, these are horse groomers, so to speak. They always brand their horse, man. They hit it with a hot iron. And, you know what I'm saying?
And that's good because what horses represent scripture power. And what is a king's power? Servants.
Yep.
See, so now it's time to brand the servants, which ultimately are his horses, which is his power.
They carved, sculpture, graven work. Okay. Okay. Acts 17. Yeah, I got it right here. Acts 17 and 29. It says for Acts chapter 17, verse 29. For as much then as we are the offspring and the Most High power of Yahweh, we ought not to think that the Most High the Howhead is like unto gold or silver or stone, graven by art and man's devices.
So like artist or something, he would carve out like images, like an idol. Just basically, you got the carving, man. Like you got to grave it just how he saw that seed, and he gonna grave it inside them. That's like no such person.
It's like a root word, right?
Right. That's in the scriptures, but it's written in a different way. But that's in the scriptures. So how the hell could you so-called Israelite factions say that it's spiritual when it's going into something that's graven, sold out?
That's the same word.
Right.
It's the same word.
Man.
That's why you got to get into words. And our apostle always push that out. You got to look into words, look into the Greek, look into the Hebrew. Then you got to know these words, man.
Right. But their teachers tell them, I'm going to the Greek.
Right. Because it's going to wake them up.
Exactly.
You know, they want you to be sleeping zombies. All right? And that's wicked in itself, man. All right? The Lord's not looking for parrots. The Lord's not looking for robots.
Right.
He's looking for men of the Lord, man. All right? Regurgitating Israelites, right? So the root word for charagma is charax. All right? And it means a pail or stake, a palisade. Okay? And if you go into the etymology, it says sharpened to a point, a king scratching. All right? Okay? Yeah.
That's basically the needle. The charagma is the chip, the needle, the instrument that they like if you see the city, you break those
Palisade.
Yeah, the red parts surround the city. That's what they gonna enter into.
Right.
I also want to bring out a palisade or rampart. It means military mound for circumvallation in a siege. And that makes total sense because this is how Esau is going to seize these people. All right, it's a siege. He's going to, okay, set it up that, all right, if you want to continue in the system, you got to take this device. All right, so he's entrenching them. All right, he's basically, or has surrounded them. All right, this is his form of siege, a sophisticated siege.
And when you watch those movies where they go into the actual MOTV
Right.
implementation, what do you see? Soldiers, the garrison set up, and people in line, they having the military enforcement.
Yep.
See?
That's what it's going to take. It's going to take an act of the military. It's going to take martial law, an executive order for this to be implemented on the population, man. All right? And they're going to pass the law, of course, but then it's just like what they did with the crown. Okay? It's voluntary. But then when not enough people are taking it, all right, now we're going to have to force it, like they did with the jab, all right? With this whole pandemic, man. All right, that's why you can't be ignorant to Satan's devices. You got to watch this stuff. You want to get
That's why it's all about prophecy. Prophecy gives you the foresight and understanding of what your enemy is doing. Okay? The enemy moves off of perception. Okay? And also having the understanding, well, I would say the knowledge of the scripture. He doesn't understand. He doesn't do it about how the fuck up right now trying to repent, which that's not in his blood. Okay? But he actually studies the scriptures. Okay? Like we mentioned last week, a lot of the scholars of the scriptures are like Edomites. Cambridge, those are all Edomites.
right.
So they study the scriptures, which means what? They know their enemy.
Yep.
So that means you need to learn about your enemy. And the only way to do that is through the scriptures.
Right. You can't go onto the battlefield without understanding your enemy. All right. That's how generals operate. Generals study their enemies. All right. You don't think Joint Chief of Staff, that weirdo, Mark Milley, is studying Putin and studying Kim Jong-un and studying China. China. Jinping. Whatever the fuck his name is. All right. You cannot be on the battlefield unless you don't understand your enemy, man. All right. Don't even speak, man. All right. You're a useless soldier. Yeah. Reconnaissance. Right. You want to get into grapple, right? So when you go into the root word of charax, it's grapple, all right? And it means to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other materials.
So basically, that's gonna be like all your information in that, man. You go to like Wikipedia, you type in like RFID implant, you go into like the Google those, they're gonna say they're gonna have all your information on it, man. They're gonna have your medical records, your money, all right. They're gonna have well, not in there, but you saw they use that chip to like open the doors and stuff. That's gonna be the whole new way of life right there.
I don't know, I was going to say, speaking as a man, I don't know the completion rate that they have to formulate everything, but I'll tell you this much, as far as the medical field goes, when I was in the hospital, I had the van, and when it comes to taking my medications, or how long I've been there, or the procedures that I had done, all they did was scan that like I was a fucking product. Yep. They had to scan it like at the grocery store. And all my shit pop up. I'm looking back at it. They tell me what time I took that pill, what time I took that. You know what I'm saying? So they already got this shit formulated.
Yep.
And like we always say, when you hear Esau roll something out, you better believe he's been working on it for 30 years.
Yep. Sure
You
has.
better believe.
Right.
Yep.
And just to speak on that, if you go to a military institution that's part of the Pentagon, it's known as DARPA. Okay? And DARPA's been working on this technology since the mid 60s, 70s, bro. And certain movies or certain series speak on it, like Stranger Things. They were putting that device in those kids, all right, in the 70s, man, saying they've been working on it, man. They've been working on this technology, all right? So they've been had this, device, all right, to be able to have all that information of you into it. So what have they been working on now? The foundation of it, the buying and selling aspect, all right? The transfer of goods and services. That's what they've been working on. And I think they got it done. Now they got to sell it. And how they going to sell it? Through a crisis, man.
Yep.
Right? They're all about deception.
Right.
For them to speak on something, that means they already got the groundwork done. Already, the groundwork has been laid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's go back to hey, that's why you got to get into words, man, and you got to be focused on the prophecy, because at the end of the day, it's all about the prophecy, baby. Okay?
That's right.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 17 again, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the rock of the mark.
So you're not gonna be able to buy or sell, man. You're not gonna be able to go into these stores. You're not gonna be able to do anything. You're not gonna do commerce, like buy or sell. To like or like a marketplace and stuff. You're not gonna have access to this place. That's one thing. Because the Lord gonna perform miracles. He's gonna protect us. Right.
Yep.
And to add, and it makes so much sense, because now all the news media, you hear de-dollarization, you hear CBDCs, you hear now cryptocurrency, blockchain, okay? All this, all right, digital cash, the digital system. So now it makes sense how he's going to be able, all right, to set it up that, hey, if you want to buy food, if you want to buy anything like water, you want to pay for electricity, you want to buy, you want to pay for your rent, you got to have this device in you, because we're not taking fiat currency anymore. The days of cash, the days of the greenbacks are going to go away. Bye-bye.
You see that shit like
Yeah.
Walmart, Publix, like that. They got those selling.
Yeah.
Some of you can be those cash.
Yeah.
That's how they look.
Right. Right.
You got the digital.
They got a group.
No, and that's why what you just said, the Lord's going to have to perform miracles for his elect, because that's it. That's the cutoff. That's when we say we're done with this. We're done, doing the 9 to 5, whatever, work, all that, to go, because now this is the moment we've been waiting for, the hour of temptation, okay, where the things that the Lord needs, those need food, water, okay, rain, house to cover shame, all right, the most critical thing, all right. He knows he has to provide that to us so that we can, sustain ourselves while we wait on it.
All right.
These are what we're hoping, and that's why we go so hard to bring this information out.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
all the information that we've been obtaining,
Right.
as far as Esau goes, is letting us know, and of course, the scriptures already told us. There's gonna come a time where those things, raiment, those bare necessities, are gonna be taken away from us. And it's gonna come in the form of that procedure. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say that to say this. The next phase to what's happening now with CBDC. CBDCs, hey, everything about this man's system is wicked. Fiat currency is wicked, okay? Debit cards are wicked, okay? But guess what? CBDC is the next wave, okay? And us having the eyesight and the understanding and seeing that's the next wave, we're not gonna be like the average Jake. Be like, no man, I ain't going to work with cash. Well, cash is gonna be obsolete. Okay? You're gonna have to conform, just like when people had to conform once the dollar wasn't backed by gold anymore. You see, that's just the way of the world.
Right.
Okay, but once, like the lieutenant said, once it gets to the point where they want to put something in us, that's where the buck stops.
Yeah.
And then we're already wholly dependent on Yahweh Shemashah right now.
Yeah.
But in those times,
Right.
then we're gonna have to solely depend on it.
Yeah, because what's that scripture say? We don't have to, Isaiah 10, the water, brothers. We don't have to go to our enemies, okay? Lean upon our enemies for one of all things. That's in the curses. Because we're under the curses, man. But in Isaiah 10, you got to bring it up. Smart.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay upon him that smote them.
Right, stay upon him that smoke them, okay? Because Esau been looking our ass, all right? Whether physically, mentally, all right, financially, spiritually, but we have to go to him for one of all things, like the curses say. So there's going to be a time where we're not going to need to go to him to get a fucking paycheck anymore. Right. That's what we're bringing up, okay? We're not going to need to go to him anymore because this is when we're going to depend wholly on the Lord, man. Okay, you got it.
Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel,
The elect.
and such that are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more stay upon him that smote them, but stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, the true. I mean, you have the elect is going to stay upon the Lord, man. We don't be like, our hands are going to be against the ropes. In this society, that's why you got to lean upon the Lord, man. Because he's going to sustain us, man. If you trust in the system, you don't have to bow down.
And to fully expound on that, our hope and faith is solely in Yahweh Shemashah right now. It's just like the brother brought out. Person, we gotta go to him for the long thing. I want to put gas on my car, I gotta go to him. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like the brother just brought out Isaiah 10, if we don't take which go with him, we won't take that seed hill, then we won't be able to go to him to get gas. We won't be able to go to him to get food. And then we're gonna depend on the Lord, like it says in Isaiah, what's that, 65?
My servant shall eat,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? My servant shall eat. That's what we depend. And then that's what the Lord means about we won't. How do you say Isaiah 10? We won't. Right.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna stay solely upon Yahweh Shemashah. Because guess what? You want to get something to eat tonight? Guess what? You got to go to the grocery store, or we got to go to one of Esau's establishments. But once that micro seed hill is implemented, we're not going to be able to do that. Okay. And then we're going to have, as the scripture said, we got to walk by faith and not by sight.
All right, and in that we have hope, we have good expectation because the Lord said that his servants was going to eat. So really the Lord going to do it so he be glorified. And he's not a liar, you know. The Lord going to come through and do it because he said he will, you know.
These people, they're going to be confounded.
Right.
Because they're going to still take that seed and they're not going to eat.
Still gonna get blown away by their neighbor. Right? Who's hungry? Or his landlord, the crazy landlords. Start Googling these crazy landlords. They're killing their tenants. Right?
Right. Because, hey, you need food, raiment.
Right.
But really, you need man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out the Most High's mouth, man. You're going to need the Lord to keep you stable in that time. You're going to need the angels encompassing around you, man. That's what you really going to need, you know?
Yep.
You're going to need a standard lifted up for you.
And that's where faith is, okay? Miracles. And that's why we're doing the work. Because faith without works is dead. Because this is why the Lord's proving us, like, all right, you say you're not going to take that digital. I know you got to be doing what you say you're going to be doing while everything is cool in the day. All right? Because you can say, I'm not going to take that digital, but how are you showing the Lord you're not going to take that digital? Which we ultimately know the Lord's going to put the Spirit on us, but if you're not doing this, hey, the Lord's going to reject you. That's the point. The Lord's going to reject you, man.
I got that.
Man, you got to be putting the word out. You got to be doing the work, man. faith without works is dead.
Get back to your own.
Yeah.
Break it down, brother. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Key part. Kept the word of my patience. So this is keeping the word of the Lord's patience, what we're doing here. Okay? Which is proving, showing the Lord, hey, we believe, man. Okay? So that continue.
It says, I'll read it again. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's the exchange. You did all this, all right? Now I'm going to come in, all right, put the Wakar Kodash on you that you're not going to take it, okay? You'll be beheaded, not, you know, okay? Because certain brothers are going to be beheaded because they didn't take the Quran. That's in the scriptures, right?
That's the Lord keeping you from the hour of temptation.
Right.
Because the Lord,
The point is, you ain't got no microchip.
right, you kept your integrity, and you're gonna end up on the fathership.
Right. Another point, right, is just meaning it ain't. Nobody's gonna be forced to get it like physically. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna pressure from above, pressure from beneath. You're gonna right. You're gonna get. Everybody's gonna give consent. Yeah, you're gonna consent to it. You know, because say like we don't want to take it, and it gets to the point where we, you know, hey, it's guillotine. Fall my head off. Meaning he didn't force it into me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Am I going to take it or not? The other is like we said, they hold you down and put it inside. Now you're going to have to make a conscious decision.
Right.
That's where the Lord, that's righteous. Because Esau we don't have no might in our hands. So that's all of us.
See, niggas who talk like that, what if they hold you down? They're not teaching the truth about the chip.
Yeah.
They probably motherfuckers that's gonna take it. You know, the fuck, just to be honest, man. You know, because they have to force everybody to take the and people went and voluntarily took that
Right,
shit.
and we're going with the Bible says, okay? All right? It says, all right, those, okay, that were attending to his words, all right, they're not going to take the Quran, period. All right, that's what the Bible says. All right, that means you try to twist the words of the Lord, man.
Revelation 3 and 10 says, because ye have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world.
Woo! And the key part, testing. So it's obviously going to be by consent. All right? Because that's the test. Do you take it or not? That's the test.
Right.
All right? You have to be doing, you have to physically, all right, say, yes, I'm going to go ahead and take this, all right, mark it at the mark, all right? Whatever excuse you have in your mind, but you're going to go willfully take it. Yeah.
He said, I will plainly say I love my master. I'm going to go to the process of judges, and they take him to the door, and they put all of it here. That's how it is. You say, I love this place. I'm going to go to them sinners, and I'm going to take it.
Right. And then, you know, I just want to bring that out, qualify it, you know what I'm saying, because he does say he will force all, both small and great. But there is a point where you're going to have to give it.
But yeah, but the cause part is the condition he's setting.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
Right.
you still have to walk in and grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's just creating the foundation. All right, basically, like you said, pressure from above, pressure from below. But he's not going to hold you down and
Put it in.
nah, because he has to look like, you know, I'm not forcing it to you. You're taking it willfully, but I'm creating the condition that you're going to take it willfully.
Right. And it says,
Right.
real quick, brother, you know, just to get all the beat on the ball. It says,
That's why he's doing things in gradual,
right.
little by little. Right? He's basically setting up that mound, that siege around you, that you're being, okay, you're basically being put to an ultimatum.
Right. Reading again, it says, Revelation 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Meaning, guess what? Those of us that are in the faith, those of us that believe in Yahweh Shah, we're not exempt from this. There's going to be a day of reckoning. That hour of temptation. See, you gotta do it.
You got to try in that fire. You got to make it bold. The Lord got He's going to test our faith. Just how He tests Abraham's faith. All right? Sacrificing Isaac. You know, but Abraham was like, if I got to do this, I got to do it. But the Lord made a way out. That's how the Lord's going to make the way out for us.
God. So we're going to bring out Isaiah chapter 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth. Right.
That's our people, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the wicked of y'all, man. Y'all forsake the Lord and make a table for that truth.
Right.
Which is Esau.
Right. Because it's going to be a martial law, man. All right. And Jake's going to be acting like a maniac, running around, you know, entering food, you know, stores, robbing, stealing, killing. And that's when these Jews are going to mow him down, man. Okay?
And really, that's been a common occurrence amongst the nation of Israel. Go against the Heavenly Father. What did he do? He sends them to Egypt. Right? Babylonians, Syrians, Medo-Persians, Greeks, the Romans.
Right.
Newly revived Roman Empire.
Right.
That's been the common practice. You want to go off? I'm going to send a troop in and take this shit.
And when certain Jakes see that, they're going to run to Esau. Give me that shit.
Right.
Because I don't want to end up out there, okay, getting destroyed like that.
Right.
That's another way, a fear tactic. Okay? And that furnace the drink offering onto that number. 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
That's the rebels of Israel, man. The Lord is calling by sending out the prophets, man. This is the Lord having compassion on His people, man. The apostles and elders been out here 30 plus years, man. Week in and week out. Our people, they refuse to hearken, man. They turn their shoulders. They want to enjoy this wicked place, you know, before the season. Because ultimately the Lord's gonna burn this place, man. They forsake the Lord.
God, I want to bring out compassion. Front of it, right? Just to edify that. Yeah, come.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36, in verse 15. And the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by His messengers, rising up bedtime and sending.
That's the messengers of the prophets. All right, that's why He has us out here week in and week out. All right, to warn our people of what's to come. All right, again, it's all about the prophecies, man. We have to tell you things that are going to happen before it happens. All right, we're the messengers of the Lord, and this Quran month is coming, man. All right. Before it gets implemented, man, a lot of people are going to die. All right, but that's another thing Esau's got to do. He's got to trim the herd, man. Yeah. All right, because less people on the earth is easy to control, man.
Kamala Harris said that.
Yeah.
To reduce population.
Right. Yep. Reduce population. Vice President Kamala Harris.
We have to lower CO2 emissions.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. Who's not created this place, man? CO2 exists on the earth. It's regenerating. It's a revolving door.
I want to breathe out CO2.
Right. We're giving out too much emissions.
That's why they want to depopulate the race.
So skip over all they technology that's doing everything in their industry and
Right.
you know all their plants. And you know people need to go because of CO2,
Right.
not the all they
Factories
and
and shit.
Factories. They're wicked.
The U.S. military, all right, has been proven to be the most polluting institution on the planet. The United States military.
Yep.
Produces the most CO2, the most pollution under the sun. Are you going to get rid of the military? The United States military? Hypocrites. You know, shut the fuck up.
Right.
All right?
2 Chronicles 36 and 15, it says, And the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by His messengers, rising up bedtime and sending, because He had compassion on His people and on His dwelling place.
Compassion on His people. This is the Lord showing compassion. All right? By bringing out, okay, the men of the Lord, all right? Starting from apostle elders on down, man. All right? To tell you what's to come, to tell you repent, seek Yahweh Bashim Shai, so you can be protected when these things happen, because they're going to happen. Okay? It's not far-fetched anymore. It's not a sci-fi movie. Or it's not a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's a conspiracy, but it's not a theory.
Right.
Okay, it's conspiracy fact.
Right. It's being proven.
Right.
Okay. Hey, and like you, hey, there's a big point going into that compassion. Because guess what? We're reciprocating the compassion that the Lord showed us. For him to call us into his ministry. We say it every week. This is not something that we do with ourselves. We didn't call ourselves into this. We didn't wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm going to be a prophet under the banner of great millstone in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That didn't happen. Okay? The Lord called us into this. And guess what? That was an act of what? Compassion. Why? Because we were in the world, we were being niggly bears, doing all the shit you niggas are doing. Okay? And the Lord called us into it, and we repented of our pernicious ways. Okay? And then came to obedience, and then guess what? Reciprocating now. Coming out here week in and week out. You know what I'm saying? In season and out of season.
Right.
Whether anybody's up here listening or not. Okay? Why? Because ultimately, this is, like the brother said, this is the Lord's compassion. So nobody can say, I didn't know.
You knew, you heard. Have they not heard?
Right.
All right? The Lord is, okay, is not ungrateful, man. This is him showing, right, his compassion, his mercy, man. All right? And the body of Hashem Shai, that we received it, all right? And we're like, yeah, this is the right way. And it's better for us. It's beneficial. Serving the Lord is the best thing that's ever happened for us, man. Okay?
Sure.
Okay? It's the best thing. I know Mark can say a whole bunch of adjectives and a whole bunch of scriptures to say that.
Right.
Man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right?
That's
That's the love of
Absolutely.
God.
Fucking losing.
There's always been that love, that compassion, that love of the Lord. Right? This is the best thing, man. I just want to bring up one.
Oh, okay, Slaki.
And then you can bring it out, Slaki.
Oh, Slaki. Oh,
A little bit more, yeah.
Second Chronicles 36, in verse, I read verse 16, says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. That's how people, they mock, they scoff, they make like parodies on YouTube.
Okay.
You know, when that nigga Light was up here, he was live, he was going live, or he was live on Facebook. They was just scoffing and mocking us, man. All right, but then the Lord said that he's gonna send the truth upon it, and it ain't gonna be no remedy, man.
Right.
And that's why we're not gonna that's why we're not gonna pray for y'all.
And we got a perfect example of that with Mike Epps.
Right.
They did that little parody, yeah, Paul, I never
Right.
Paul. And then the dude who was doing it with him dropped dead.
Yep.
See, and then he ran into the brothers out there in Cali, and they would tell him, hey, look, man, you better turn from your way. That's why your man's got put down, man. Because we're reading it in the scriptures. And that's been the heritage of Israel, to the point where they've actually killed the prophets. Yeah, and they're going to try to do it again. Okay? But now we're in a different time of season. You know, it's time for Israel to do value, like Brother Lamar always like to bring up.
That's right.
You know? It's time for Israel to win. It's time for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to reign solely. Okay, he's been reigning. Okay, but it's just part of the movie is for the prince of the power of the air to have dominion. Now it's going to be time for Yahushua and King David and 144,000 to have dominion.
That's right.
Put this earth back on course, flip it from upside down to right side up.
That's on that.
One more. But you made a point, like when we go off, the Lord sent like these nations against us. Verse 17 it says, therefore, since they mocked and scoffed, it says, therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon the young men or maiden, old men, or him that stoopeth for age, he gave them all into his hand. So the Lord sent the king of the Chaldees to slaughter our people. That's why he's going to send this troop. He's going to slaughter a lot of our people, man. When they serve an idol, they're rejecting the Lord. So what else is the Lord going to do? They're rejecting him, man.
Nothing new under the sun, man. All right, it happened before, it's going to happen again. All right? You read all the time throughout the scriptures. Every time we went off, the Lord sent our enemies against us, man. Every single time. So today is no different. Okay? In fact, it is going to be worse than it was back then. And I know you always, and we can get Daniel 12.
Yep.
All right? Okay? We can get Jacob's trouble. All right? There's going to be a huge depopulation among our own nation, man. All right? Because you don't want to get right.
Hey, real quick, newsflash, like you said, it's going to be worse. You know why? Because Esau, Edom, my adversary, principality, power, unprecedented. The war, and they were a notable force in the world, the Greeks and the Romans. But Esau's military would absolutely annihilate the Greeks and the Romans combined. Really, all of the nations combined.
All of them.
All of
Right.
Right, they hammer the whole earth.
Right.
Right. They got nukes, right? They got sophisticated explosives. Watch some of these spy movies like Jack Ryan, okay? How they destroy these other nations' troops, man. All right, car bombs and shit like that, man.
Biological warfare.
Biological warfare. That's another thing. All right, using a phone, using a computer. All right, drone attacks. That's another thing. I was watching this Jack Ryan series and going to see how the CIA's wickedness. They fucking wicked. All right, you know, they're calling in there. We need you to kill this fucking Arab dude. All right. Yeah, we believe he's a terrorist. They just had an assumption. Man, this fucking Air Force pilot in Nevada, all right, with a fucking control like it's a video game. Boom! And the guy just left his son, gave him a hug and said, I'll see you tonight. He went to go to work. Got blown up, going to work.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah. No Allah Akbar. He couldn't even say it. He just got annihilated. That's Esau's technology. That's what he's going to use on you, Jakes. And it's not like he hasn't done it here in America.
Right.
Okay? What happened in Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma? There was one in Philadelphia where they were flying in the helicopters and dropping dynamites in the 60s. I gotta look that up. They did a movie on it. The guy, the Jake character from Star Wars, he played in that. Okay? Yeah, man, Esau's been doing that to our people. So when all hell breaks loose, hey, it's going to get 10 times worse. But you got it. Let's get you out now.
Hey, 2 Corinthians 15 and 13. No, 2 Chronicles 15 and 13.
Yep.
Let's be too polite.
That whosoever
Look at him.
will not seek the Lord God of Israel shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. And we are in a time in which the Lord is going to let that judgment flow down as waters. It's judgment day. So if you ain't serving the Most High now, you're supposed to serve Him at all times.
Right.
This is the end of the world. This world dangerous as fuck. Esau, Edom ruling over you. You still refuse to serve the Most High, you're gonna be put to death in a horrible way, man. You know, and we are entering into the time in which everybody finna get their issue.
Yep, everybody.
If you serve the Lord, you gonna, hey, the Lord give you mercy. If you don't serve the Lord, which 2/3 of our people won't do, they're gonna be put to death. You're gonna see it, man.
I head back on Isaiah 65.
Okay, just brother call for this is Sirach chapter 35, Sirach 39, or Ecclesiastes 39 and 1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy.
So you gotta be occupied in prophecy. You gotta, people say, measure the time diligently. Diligently in itself, man. You're gonna read, be occupied in the meditation, or you're gonna read what the Lord put the Spirit on Daniel to talk about, what Ezekiel, Isaiah, Nehemiah. What you're gonna be occupied, you're gonna see what's going on, and you're gonna measure the time, and you're gonna return to the Lord. Or not. If you don't return to the Lord, you're gonna destroy it.
And when I love God, that scripture, one of my favorite precepts, it gives you the process of getting to that point. You gotta get yourself to the law. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? It starts with obedience. If you're not being obedient to the Heavenly Father, He's not gonna open your mind and show you, give you that foresight.
Right.
Because, like I mentioned earlier, that is the best gift a person can be given, especially in these times. Because with the times that are coming, it's gonna be full of hopelessness. And as a man, like hopeless, like ain't nothing. Like, nah, that's a fucked up predicament to be in, And that's why our people walk around like chickens with their heads cut off, because they're hopeless. Yeah, this shit fucked up, shit all on the ground, and pedophilia, this, that, and the third. But what can you do about it? That means I'm hopeless. Which means you do not believe in a higher power.
Right.
See?
That means you don't believe in this book.
Right.
Because Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they got delivered from the fire, all right, that burning oven. Daniel got delivered from the lion's den. You got to believe that these accounts did happen. That builds up your faith so that when these things happen, You already know, oh, the Lord got us. Like Greco Mark always says, the Lord got us.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And him having us
Right.
means what his will gonna be done.
Exactly.
So that way I ain't sitting up
Right.
being double-minded. You know? The Lord got it. And that's why Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego were comforted. Daniel was comforted. You know, King David was comforted. All the renowned men of the scriptures who had to go through their trying time. Noah, he was comforted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm building a boat on dry land, and these people scoffing at me, but the Lord told me, why? Because my faith is in him.
That's right.
And he prophesied that I would have an expected end. That's what hope is, an expectation. You know, these people don't have an expectation. Their expectation is Daddy Esau gonna take care of it. You know?
Yep. That's
Think the peace is going to continue. It's going to get more. It's only going to get worse and worse and worse.
So yeah, and we'll bring. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 65. It's about to get worse.
Yep.
So I'm gonna read 11 again. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth, and that furnish a drink offering unto that number. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
Hey, and that's you when he say I'll number you to the sword, meaning, you know how you go to a place and you get the ticket?
Yeah.
Number 75.
Right.
Yeah, you people have already been numbered. And really you were numbered since the beginning.
Right.
See, you got your weapon.
Because, so now the Lord is giving the reason. Because, see, there's no excuse. I love that. Because when I called, ye did not answer. Again, the prophets are here. Week in and week out. Our apostle elders. Decades upon decades upon decades. All right? For you older heads out there, you ain't got no excuses. All right? Telling y'all, hey, you got to repent. All right? America's through. This shit going down in violence. All right? But no, they didn't want to hearken. So, hey, you all gonna bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer.
How does he call out?
Prophets.
Right.
Yeah. Our apostles and elders. Us on down. You know, where we've been here doing this 10, 11, us 9, you know, in a couple of months, my young brother behind the camera. So come on, man. No excuses. Come on.
Kodak.
Yep.
All these celebrities, man. Kendrick Lamar.
Kyrie Irving. Many of them, man.
That wicked rapper, whatever her name is. She said she need an interview with us.
Right. Fantasia, they all done came out. A lot of them came out and said that they're Israelites, man. So this truth has been spread out, man. The scriptures say, have they not heard? They've heard. They definitely heard, man. You know?
Bro, for Suki Hana to say that, bro, that's really you, because you gotta always find rational reason behind everything. Why? Because you're dealing with a high power. There's a reason for everything. For that piece of shit, bro, my girl just told me she was in London walking around. Say, I need my pussy scratched. I need my pussy scratched. And, you know, them people over there in London, they hate Jay. They racist as fuck. They walking and she looking like, huh? Yeah. But she walking around saying, I need my pussy scratched. I want her to say she needed you for what the Lord is saying.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, the people that y'all don't follow these brothers. Okay, so I'm gonna use people that y'all follow to tell you. You know, to stir something up. He ain't stirring nothing but boo-hoo. Trash. You know what I'm saying? Cesspool.
Hey, they were blinded.
Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody.
There's no super.
That knows somebody in this truth.
Right.
You got an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, sister, brother, cousin, nephew, niece, somebody, you know?
Yep.
Old friend from high school, old friend from college. Somebody you know that came into the truth knowing that they Israelites, man. And it is the truth. That's the thing. It's the truth. So if you don't get down with it, you're gonna die. You know?
Let me say this though, Rap. Was it somebody that you knew? That would be somebody you know?
No.
Somebody you know?
No.
Obviously you know the brothers, but he didn't know anybody. But yet we're here. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just alleviating, you get what I'm saying? Not blowing up on what you said, but just alleviating all the exit routes. Ain't no way around it.
Right.
Okay?
Well, yeah, how was I said? My sheep and my voice.
Right. I remember me, just for my own testimony, through a computer. All right, the Lord put the Spirit on me to type in. All right, who are the 12 tribes of Israel in Google?
Yep, that's
In
it.
Google, right on the internet. I typed that out. All right, and then boom, it was like Neo in the Matrix. Oh shoot!
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep.
So-called Puerto Rican or Ephraimites. What is this? That was it. That was the hook.
Right.
The safeguard
Right.
life.
But it showed even
Right.
then, when you were still in the world,
Right.
there was a sense of prudence about you.
Right. Well, the conspiracies. I remember we would go back
Right,
and forth.
yeah, yeah.
All these conspiracy theories about them depopulation. I've been through that before I knew I was an Israelite.
Right, that's prudence, huh?
Right, okay? I've been through that. You couldn't tell me, oh, the economy's going to continue going on forever. I know this economy's going to crash, all right? I've been through this economy, one day it's going to crash, and all these people going to eat each other, all right? Before I knew I was an Israelite. My only concern was, how the fuck do I get out of this? Through Yahweh Shem Shai, doing his will, all right? But you could not convince me no otherwise, all right? Oh, nah, that's not going to happen in your lifetime. Hey, don't think about that. I would have said, shut the fuck up, get out of my sight, man. I was all the secret societies. I was so I used to be named. This guy's in a secret society. He's in a secret society. All right, they're into all types of weird activity. Bohemian Grove, right now, what they're doing over at Bohemian Grove, right now in California. That's happening now. All right, I was all into this shit before I knew I was an Israelite. But this was the cure to understand. Oh, this is the way out of it. Seek ye the Lord. You're gonna get out of from this shit, man. You got it, brother. Yeah. Right.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 7. It says, ask and it shall be given. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you.
Yeah, so you seeking the Lord, you gonna find him, man. Are you seeking? You like, what's going on? Like, who is God? You know, you gotta ask those questions. Like, if you seeking, you trying to find the Lord, He'll reveal unto you. He'll reveal Himself unto you. It's like the Lord revealed Himself unto us by setting up the prophets, man. Like the apostle Ellen Great Millstone. Once you click on it, you're like, oh, this is the truth. Without the shadow of a doubt.
And that alleviates people having this sinister mindset about the Most High. You know, because we go into the scriptures and we show, oh, the Most High can heal and He make it alive. Oh, well, what type of God is that? The God of the universe, the God that created your stupid ass.
Right.
That's who it is. And He gonna take your ass out unless you repent.
That, the power that I fear, because, hey, what is the whole duty of man? All right? Fear the Lord and keep His commandments. All right?
So you
Very
want
simple.
You want a God who's not in charge
Right.
of killing and destroying?
Right.
Or you just want Esau, Edom, he kills and destroys, you just stick with him. You kill your own, slaughter your own, afflict your own people, you stick beside him.
Right.
That's why you niggas think you die.
Right. But like I was saying, that's what that's what alleviates the sinister mindset that they think. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? See? Which shows what? Like Mark always say, people don't want the Most High. They ain't seeking Him at all.
Not even what? 5 minutes.
Out of a year.
Yeah.
Give, I dare you niggas to give the Most High 5 minutes out your year. I'm talking about sincerely seeking Him. Not going to the church house, not reading the scripture of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the reality, and the brother Samar brought that out last week, you can't just pick this book up and read it. Okay? You got to be taught, and that shows humility. You got to, and that's the vibration amongst these men on this side. I'm my own man. Do my own thing. Feel me? No. For you to seek salvation, the first thing you're going to have to do is humble your ass down and learn up under other men. Okay? And fall in order.
Yep. Jeremiah 3 and 15. It says, just real quickly, just back what the brother said. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
Meaning, you ain't going to choose your pastor.
Yep.
I will give you pastors. Now, whether you perceive that they're the true pastor or not, that's between you and the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Because He already gave you instruction on that. Try the Spirit by the Spirit. Meaning you actually got to be going into the scriptures as well. Okay? That's why you don't get caught with the hook, line, and sinker, following people like Nathaniel and IUIC or ISUPK. You got to actually be doing your due diligence as well. You know? You got to do it, brother.
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right? And when we go and watch the apostles, all right, break down, all right, scriptures, break down the mark of the beast. All right, we're like, oh no, these are the men of the Lord. All right, because who else is breaking down, all right, the scriptures like that, going into words, all right? But only the elect are going to understand and say, yeah, all right, this is the way, okay? I'm doing on these men, all right? They're going to humble down. But the rest of our people, nah, that don't align with what I believe in, okay? But hey, what Bishop Nathaniel saying, or Nathaniel Aladalo,
Nathaniel Alaga.
Alaga.
It'll change next week because
Right.
it's not bishop, it's general.
General?
Yeah, there's no change.
Okay. Always changing his name, changing his tribe, changing the doctrine.
Right.
It used to-
There's no change in Captain America.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Well, what does it, big nations, small nations, an embargo, right?
Right, yeah.
Right? That's that was what the mark means. Big nations, small nations, an embargo, now it's sin. Oh man, double-minded man, as I say, was all good.
And meddle not with them that are given to change.
Yeah. All right, but our apostles, just to expound on, they gave us the wisdom to understand the scriptures, all right, and the truth. And we believe those are the men of the Lord. And that's why we give them double honors. Because they went and did the labor. All right, without the internet, for you prideful, okay, Israelites out there that were studying under our apostles, and then because he didn't like what they said, or, all right, the Lord didn't come on your time, and you had a grudge or whatever, now you think you know it all right? So because you got a fucking computer in your hand, now you thinking you know something. A lot of the apostle elders didn't even have a cell phone, man.
Right.
They were going to the library,
Yeah.
taking the train, walking
Right.
in the cold, all right? Wait in school for hours. That goes to show you don't even listen to the apostles' testimony about how they first got into the truth, all right? We should humble you down,
Right.
all right? Because it already been given. We ain't got to create a new ministry, you know what I'm saying?
Reinvent the wheel. Apostle
Reinvent the wheel,
Gabon.
right.
Apostle Gabon always say, he say, man, hey, you brothers, and that this and every time he said it, he can say it a million
Right.
times, I'll be humble a million times. He said, you brothers should count yourselves fortunate. Y'all ain't gotta go through what we went through, going to them schools, all that bullshit going down, carrying them a sign that weigh like 20 pounds and shit down the street. You know what I'm saying? He said, all y'all gotta do now is come and eat and learn. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta reciprocate that love, man. We got to and be thankful, man. Praise the Lord more. Right. Speaking of myself first and foremost, man. Okay, we have all the reasons to, you know?
So we enter into another man's labor, man.
Right.
They set the foundation. We'll start with Elder Albert Bivens, we got King Marshall, all those great elders and apostles. They laid out a foundation. All we gotta do is eat, like you said, just study, man. Stay focused, man. Go serve the Lord.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 20. And though Yahweh Shem Yahushai give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
Yeah, so your eyes won't see the teachers, man. The Lord's gonna reveal it, and this is the great revealing of the scripture. Yeah, Matthew 24, this gospel shall be preached.
There you go.
The word got to go out because the Lord's going to be blameless.
It says, verse 21, and thy ears shall hear a word behind these sayings.
So you're going to see your teachers and you're going to hear the word that's coming out, man.
And that's prophecy that this was going to happen. That's why there's a great awakening, man. All right, the Lord set up, the apostles and elders to preach the word throughout the four corners of earth, using via the internet. Okay, that prophecy, all right, is fulfilled because everybody's heard about the Hebrew Israelites now. Okay, whether you follow Great Millstone or not, you've heard about the Hebrew Israelites. Okay,
Right, and that throws that bullshit at the gospel.
You know what? Sitting in the bathroom and God spoke to me.
This is how he gonna speak. to you.
right. No, you belong in a state asylum. Get your ass in the white room with a straitjacket. I hate hearing that shit.
Shit, for real.
The Lord spoke to me. I hate hearing that shit.
Well, okay, he can speak to you, but you better say by those prophets that was in my respective city,
Right.
or on the internet.
Right.
That's what better follow that shit. Or like the brother said, same asylum.
State asylum. Yeah. ass in the white.
Right, straight jacket head ass.
Right.
Verse 21, it says, and thine ear shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left.
Yeah, so he's gonna say, this is the way, man. This is the way. Returning to Yahweh Shema Shai, man. The Lord set up teachers to bring us back to it, man. You know, it's like Malachi, you know, started with Elder Albert Bishop, man.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and I'm going to start at 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right, so, hey, you got to endure. Just because you know you're an Israelite, don't mean you're saved, man. You should know you're an Israelite. All right, that's part of your nationality, your culture that the Lord gave you. All right, but we have to endure. All right, all the way to the nukes drop. All right, that's why it's so spiritual that they got this movie Oppenheimer out. All right, to tell you fucking Americans that World War III is coming. Man.
That's right. You seen it?
Yep.
She's trying to choose up. But you can't choose up now. You got to choose up in the kingdom. Right. You can't choose up there. You know what I'm saying? You might not make the cut, man. You want the best of the best.
Exactly. Nah, hey, it is. So we gotta endure, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we catch hell and shit, but hey, this is part, okay, of our walk.
Right.
Right. Through much tribulation shall we enter the kingdom of heaven. Okay.
Because look, what are we reading? The best story ever told, and it's not finished. It's not finished. So these are gonna be what we go through. Are gonna be testimonies in the kingdom.
Right.
And like I always like to say, I want to hear every brother in this ministry. Testimony, all of the 144,000 with my father that number. I want to hear every testimony. I'm talking about from day one. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because it's really written. Those names are written in the book of life.
That's right.
You know, and that's where our comfort comes from. You know, you gotta go, brother.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
That's the Lord telling the disciples, hey, this word got to go throughout the four corners of the earth. So it wasn't in that time. It was in these times right now, man. And it shall the end come, the end of Esau, even so-called white man's rulership, man. That's why you got camps in London. You got brothers in Australia, Hawaii. How did that happen? The elders of they didn't just travel over to Hawaii and stay there for a year teaching.
Like Nate.
Right.
Like Nate. You know what I'm saying? Going to Jamaica and Trinidad. And then having camps set up over there in the same spots where other brothers teach in. That our part great meal song. Just had to go ahead.
Nah, that would take forever. You know, that's sort of the word, you know, it goes out throughout the four corners of the earth.
I got a precept land back here. This is the book of Acts chapter 1. I'm going to start at 6. When they therefore were come together and asked of him, and him is Yahushua, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? All right, and these were the disciples were waiting on. You know, Yahushua rose from the dead. All right, he performed miracles. They're like, hey, are you going to restore the kingdom of Israel? Because at that time, it was the Roman, empire that was ruling over Israel, all right, oppressing them. All right?
Right, and also, as an Israelite,
Yeah.
those are questions that you should be asking.
Right.
Because first you have to come to the understanding that this is not right. And the only way that you can acknowledge that is through the scriptures. Because you're going to read on what the Heavenly Father intended and what has happened. And the way, the reason we got in this predicament. So once you find those things out, what the next thing is, when this shit going to be over there?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Verse 7, and he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons, which the Father hath put in his own power. 8, but, there's the but part, ye shall receive power after that Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses, prophets, unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. Okay? So, hey, the only time this happened is now, the uttermost part of earth. Because when they said this, they were in the Eastern Hemisphere. All right? Under the Roman Empire. All right? So what does it mean, the uttermost part of earth? Over here in the Western Hemisphere. Okay? And you got camps in Central America, like Mexico, South America, like Bolivia, Peru. All right? So this word has gone out to all the kingdoms. All right? This proves that we are at the end. All right? And if you're a prophet, you're supposed to see before, all right, certain prophecies. All right, okay, the men of the Lord are teaching. What are they prophesying? Nuclear war is coming. Oh, shoot! They got nuclear missiles that they're testing. That proves we're at the end. Oh, the mark of the beast. All right, the Karagma. They're testing it. All right, people are actually injecting themselves in it. That's what all the men of the Lord are prophesying all throughout the world. That proves we're at the end.
Hey, brother, you know what just popped in my head?
What?
And I'm preaching to the choir.
Right.
But I truly believe some people gonna wake up on the movie Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah, bro. I can't. Hey, nobody tell me.
No,
See, so,
right.
I don't know nobody whoever watched it. Don't tell me. No, I'm watching it this tomorrow morning, Sunday. I'll be the first one in that theater. And yeah, but you know, yeah, and that's the Lord again, being blameless. Okay, and because guess what? Who's going to talk about that movie spiritually? The men of the Lord.
Right.
Okay, it's in the Bible. Yeah.
That movie, it got some uncomfortable moments for these Americans that watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it?
Shit, real.
Saw it?
They have these weapons. Yeah, I saw the
Saw it
first
too,
few.
too?
That's why, yeah. Thursday, 5 o'clock. I was in that bitch. If you ain't got this truth, and you think about certain these things, you know, like, damn, this shit real.
Yep.
You know? This shit real. Well, we got the truth. We understand that it's coming. We know what it was created for, man. You know, we know our Lord is coming to save us from it.
Right, so hey, that's why you know the Lord has to service the prophets, all right, to give these testimonies, all right, out of the Bible to tell you that okay, because we're witnesses of the Lord. Hey, this is what's coming, all right. We're eyewitnesses. Hey, the Lord's going to bring nuclear fire. Okay, it's coming. He put the spirit on these mad scientists to make these weapons for His will, not for their will. All right. That's why they again, these elites got bunkers. Why they building their bunkers? Because they know this day is coming, man. The devil knows he has a short time. All right, they read the scriptures and they're watching us. All right, the prophets. All right, they're witnesses for Yahweh Bashim El Shai, man. You want to bring out something?
I think Graham has one. Say he has one.
No, I got another one. But go ahead.
Since we mentioned that Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Great segue.
Just brothers, don't tell the movie.
No, of course not.
Give me 24 hours.
No spoiler alert,
No
baby.
spoilers. Yeah.
Somebody,
I will tell you this. They drop bombs on me.
We know.
That's prophesied too.
We read that in Isaiah.
And Isaiah 13 and Revelation 13.
And Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14.
He did shake the nations.
Did shake the nations. Yep, you can bring that out too.
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab
Hey,
this.
we ain't gotta tell the movie, but we definitely gonna say what's in that movie.
But we telling the movie.
We tell the movie, right? Indirect codes.
This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire."
That's the Heavenly Father Yahweh, man. Like, through his son Yahushua, he created the Smith. Those scientists, in that movie, you see like the Lord, he actually created them to do that, man.
Right, they got
That's
the
their whole
spears.
purpose. That's their whole purpose, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And, you know, it's making a simile according to a blacksmith. What does a blacksmith do? He makes weapons. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And blow up the coals in the fire, he had that big fan, and they you know what I'm saying, they're making that fire hot to purge that metal, and they stick it in their oven. You know what I'm saying? They had that fan to make that hot, the fire hot as possible. Right. So it can make that metal melt, and they can get it formed exactly how they want it. You know what I'm saying? Killing instrument. Right?
This time, they're just splitting atoms.
Bomb smith.
Bomb smith, yep.
Yep. I created the bomb smith.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
It says,
Drop a bomb on you.
Isaiah 54:16. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fires, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Got to what Oppenheimer said.
Right. I can
You
come.
got to bring that up.
Yeah, that was he quoted a Hindu scripture, and all right, a Sanskrit, Purana, and when he dropped it, right after he said, well, he said, I have become death, and destroyer of the world. All right, so he knew right then and there. All right, he knew this was going to end. All right, this current system, this current kingdom, and all right, through this technology, man, that the Lord put the Spirit on him to do, because he don't get the credit. The Lord gets the credit.
Right.
All right.
He also said, I don't know if we can be trusted with these weapons, but we have no choice.
Right.
That's why they have no
Whoa.
choice.
Right.
It was prophecy, Isaiah 54:16.
Right. That's
The
right.
Lord put the Spirit upon them to do it. Just like the Lord got the Spirit upon us to prophesy. They doing their part, which is major prophecy that nuclear missiles is going to be shot.
Right.
Just like this world.
We didn't have a choice to go into slavery and be
Right.
conquered.
Right.
Right. They didn't have a choice to make these weapons. They had to.
For their own destruction.
Their own destruction.
And here's the good news.
Yeah.
Verse 17. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. See? So yeah, that's how the Lord operates. He's going to tell you what's going to happen, and then he's going to tell you the exit. Okay? And we went into it, Revelation 3:10, keeping the faces of his word. Okay? Being a servant, like the brother Samar brought out, Ecclesiastes 12:13. The whole duty of man is to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments and fear the Most High. Okay? And if you're doing those things, then guess what? It don't matter about no goddamn spitting atoms and nukes. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say goddamn, because the Most High is the one that gave me the inspiration to do that. But we don't have to worry about that. Because ultimately, like the brother said, that's going to be used to take a lot of power. And that's why Oklahoma had that. And see how the Lord worked? After y'all done did the Manhattan Project and all that shit, and tested it, and dropped them, now you're going to say, you know what? I had no control. Yeah, you goddamn right you didn't have no control. You know? And that's how you devils are going down. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Right. Manifest destiny.
Yep.
Right? And we're looking forward to this. We want this to happen because we clearly see the wickedness. This has to stop. There's too much evil on the earth.
Too much.
All right? Missing children. All right? LGBTQ lifestyle. All right? Democracy. All this bullshit, man. It has to end. And it's going to end with a thermonuclear fire, man.
Right. And if you don't,
And we're with it, man.
That sounds good.
Yeah, what a beautiful story, man.
and if you are in odds to that, or you're against that, or you don't believe that, that means you don't believe in God. Because you're bringing it out of the
Right. Oh, idol worshiping. None of these clowns are acknowledging the true power, man. They're worshiping every idol under the sun, man. False God under the sun, man. But, all right, no one's acknowledging the creator of heaven and earth, man. That's why this place got to go. All right? Got it. Okay, so Zakara wants to bring this up. Psalm chapter 7, we'll start at 10 or 11. Yeah, 11. The Most High Power Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and the Most High Power Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
So the Lord is angry. That's why those missiles gonna hit this place. That's why those laser fire when the Lord returns gonna hit this place, man. Because the Lord is out of wickedness. He said the wickedness of Babylon have reached up to the heavens, man. All right, this land is full of the bloodshed of the Israelites, right? So-called Native Americans, like so-called Negroes, like all over the earth. So the Lord's had to destroy this place. 12.
If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready.
So the Lord have made these bows ready. The bows is talking about those missiles, man. All right, that's why they tested. I think North Korea, he just tested some cruise missiles, man.
Right.
You know, I believe like yesterday or a couple days ago.
Rocket Man, yeah, he's testing his ICBMs. All right, and he's actually threatening America. We can use this on you Americans. All right, we have the technology and the capabilities that these missiles can fly over to America. All right, and you notice, America's acting like a little bitch. They're not invading North Korea because they got the equalizer, that weapon.
yeah,
Right.
and back in by
By
Mother Russia.
yeah, Mother Russia and China.
Right.
Right? Really, North Korea is an extension to China.
Yeah.
You do the history on it,
Yeah.
all right? North Korea is just like that rabid rock bomb that China has on the leash.
Right.
They're the ones that say, okay, yeah, test your weapons, don't test your weapons. Okay, you know, yeah, test them, have fun with it.
And if I'm not
Right.
mistaken, they're Moabites.
They're Moabites.
Right.
Because North Korea and South Korea is literally, okay, part of China. It's just divided by imaginary lines.
Stones throw.
Yeah, that's it. So they're really Moabites, you know? So yeah, man. So hey, and that hey, South Korea, they gonna turn on America real soon.
Yep.
We'll see South Korea.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the scriptures tell us.
Yeah.
All that were confederate with thee.
Yeah.
Okay. Going to turn against.
Right. Right. And it's via the internet. All these young Koreans, they're getting angry with America. They see that America is destroying their country. South Korea, yeah. Well, that's South Korea. But it's via the internet.
And South Vietnamese going to switch on America too.
Yeah. All right? You're being revealed. This is the time of revealing, man. All right? Because everything you took, everything you stole was by deceit, fraud, and wickedness. All right? So the Lord put a heavy spirit on these nations to make these weapons so that when the time comes, they're going to say, you know what, man? Fuck America. Hit that button.
Right.
And it's lobbing, man.
Hey, newsflash.
Right. Yeah, newsflash.
We're OPEC, okay? I forget the acronym, but it's basically the countries that are the main producers of oil. They made an alliance, okay? And they basically, you know, they basically deal with the distribution of oil in the world as it pertains to oil, crude oil. And recently, I think it's like 7 or 8 different nations, countries that are a part of it. But Saudi Arabia and Iraq, they basically made an announcement this week that they're going to make more cuts to their production of oil.
Right.
You know, and they were asked by a syndicate, a news syndicate, they're asked, is this like aggression? You doing this, cutting the production of oil per barrel? Is that a shot at the West? And they said, what? You know what I'm saying? Because we all know America has the Saudis in their back pocket. Why? Because of the crude oil. Okay? But just like you just mentioned in Obadiah, all that the Confederate they have laid a wound under you.
Right.
Get that real quick.
Yeah.
1 and 7.
And this is
okay.
Saudi Arabia, they're doing deals with Iran now.
Exactly.
Economic deals, okay? They're putting their differences aside. So slowly but surely, these nations that you were allied with or that you were doing business with, they're turning their back on you. Okay? The only reason why nothing has happened because certain things, according to prophecy, have to be manifest, which is that the rock of the beast.
And right now, what is the petrol? America still the petrol job. Right. But those members of the OPEC, they're saying, like, you know what? This shit is about the ship. And America's proclaiming to do what? To go digital and use electricity.
Right.
And if they do that, that's going to be a huge hit to the members of OPEC, like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, okay, who are major producers of oil. And Russia is like, you know what? Okay, come over here, Saudi.
Right.
You know, so and that's what the article says. It says Russia and Saudi to make more cuts, meaning what? Cuts in production. So what does that do? America's oil stockpile is deplenished. At least that's what they say. You know, it's deplenished. So we depend on these OPEC countries to give us oil. But they say, you know what? Since you want to do this
Green energy stuff.
that too, but also you want to do this Wuhan, you want to do this C19 and fuck up the economy, well then we're going to cut production of oil. And guess what? The cost of a barrel is going to go up. It's at about $80-something a barrel, which is one of the highest it's ever been in history.
It's going to be a luxury to buy gas from something.
Exactly. And they're doing that. Why? Because they were once confederate with you, and they're tired of your bullshit, and now they're pulling out. And the reason why America has Saudi in their back pocket so tight is because Saudi, they do have a military, but they really can't fight against nobody. And America was backing them. But they see America as a fallen power, so they're like, you know what? Let's get over here with China and Russia. And you see it, the inner workings of it, you know? It just gives us comfort to let us know this shit is about to happen. When you have debates and differences about crude oil, what does it lead to? War.
And you notice Saudi Arabia wants to join the BRICS.
Mm-hmm.
That means they want to get away from the dollar. Why do they want to join the BRICS? It means they want to move away from the American dollar, the petrodollar. Okay? So this is a declining empire, which is all scriptural because why? It's all going to lead to war, thermonuclear.
That's right.
Yep. But prior to that, the micro.
That's it. That's the way.
Yep.
You want me to finish this up?
Yeah.
All right, just to,
Let me bring this up.
okay, yes, come.
Obadiah verse 1, I'm going to jump 1 and 2 number 1. Obadiah verse 1 it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. Some more white people, man.
Right.
In here, America.
Specific to Edom. And who is Edom? Esau. Esau is Edom. Okay? And you those when well, it is Edom. Well, Esau is Edom. Okay? We ain't got to get it. Right, you know? Go
It
ahead.
says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sit among the heathen. Arise, ye, let us go. So let us rise up against her in battle. The war is coming to this place, man.
And the rumor is the scriptures, okay, which is prophets or prophecies. Okay? Ultimately, we're speaking this thing into existence. These are not our words. Inspiration does not come from us. It comes from the Heavenly Father. It's just like any king or any ruler, before he does something, he sends his ambassadors.
Right, and how did we do what we just said? We were taking current events and filtering through the scriptures. That's why it's all leading to war. Right? Everything you said, everything I said pertaining to Saudi Arabia, right, with the petrodollar, or the cutting oil production, and then going green and working with Russia, Iran, right, so on and so forth. Hey, it's all in the scriptures. Just filter it, you know.
And your key point, you said it's going to be a luxury by gas, and that's going to happen as soon as, because we're pretty much in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Right? It said the third and the fourth quarters expect to get hit real hard in the pockets with at the gas pumps for the third and fourth quarters and continuing on. And the reason why, you remember,
Makes sense.
in 2021, the price was up and then it dropped.
Right.
That wasn't because of the market. That was because of politics in Washington. You know what I'm saying? And they made political decisions to say, you know what, like as far as Creepy Joe, you know, when it, let's make cuts to the gas. So you know what I'm saying? So the people will be like, oh, they made the gas. But also to show you that they're paying this shit like public, man.
Also, third and fourth quarters, what? Going fall, winter. You need gas to heat your house.
Yep.
So yeah, bro. You know? So hey, man, you need oil, you need gas to heat your house. So it's going down. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
The gas is needed to get food to your store.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, my fucking general manager, the Lord had the spirit on him. He's supposed to be talking to us all about work today and what we need to do. Say, hey man, get your money while it's in because it's about to happen. You know? He said it's gonna happen. He said his wife worked for Sharon Williams. They just laid off 13,000. Sharon Williams is the top paint company and he's going to this and that. You can tell he looks up certain shit. He looked at everybody and said, it's going to happen. They talk about recession, but it's going to happen. Meaning he knows it's going to be worse than a recession or depression.
There has to be economic turmoil. Right? We need a crisis to move everybody into the new, financial system.
And
right?
and the seed.
And the sea.
And those people worship money, so yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yep.
People
Easy.
Easy. Right? So yeah, get ready. Get ready for all hell to break loose. Which we're looking forward to because that's what the Bible says.
Right.
All right? And that's an indicator that, all right, this place is done and that salvation is near. Sooner than we believe.
That's right.
Obadiah verse 2 says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
Right, that's what you see. That's why Saudi Arabia is saying, you know what, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rock with Russia too. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a part of a conglomerate or organization, like say we got an organization. Me and Z just can't go and announce some shit without telling y'all. Y'all, we got, hey, look, we finna make more cuts. Barrel oil, okay, good. Okay, I agree. Okay, let's do it. Let's do a press conference. Saudi Arabia and Iraq just said, look, hey, look, you cutting more. Fuck, we don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's showing you're being made small amongst them. Okay? And they also said in the article, Saudi is trying to gain back its dominance. Right, that's the scripture I brought. I did a lesson on it. I brought that scripture out.
Right. That means that Air Force base you got in Saudi Arabia is going to end up being overran real soon.
Right.
Okay, because that's an Air Force base in Saudi Arabia. You watched the movie The Kingdom where what's his name? He got sick, that he almost died. Now he's doing
Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx, yeah. They literally have a military installation base. All right, it's called The Kingdom. Yeah. All right. So yeah, man. These other nations are going to end up, all right, coming against you, America, all right, because you're the thorn in their side.
Right, real talk.
Turkey is another one.
Yep.
The NATO ally. I love bringing out this one, all right? Turkey is openly admitting publicly that you have something to do with that attempted coup d'etat to overthrow the current government in 2016, okay? And Turkey's been buying Russian weapons. So your own NATO ally, all right, don't even fucking trust your ass,
Right, I
man.
heard again said they had something to do with the fucking earthquake.
Earthquake. Yeah, that's another one.
Okay.
All right? So, hey, these are the times where America, you're now being looked at as the problem on the earth. And all these nations are coming against you, with even your own allies. And that's Bible prophecy. And that's what we're out here to bring out. Well, you want me to get this instrument? Shot? Or
Yeah, okay.
So Obadiah verse 7 is the point. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
All the men of thy confederacy. So every nation or industry that you've been alliance with, read it again.
This is the book of Obadiah verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Keep going.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee
Keep going.
and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
Right.
Right, so Saudi has eaten America's bread. Why? Because America has been a major buyer,
Yep.
consumer of that oil. So guess what? They receive bread, which is money, and they've eaten it, and they look at Saudi Arabia. Rich as fuck over there, man. That's how it's right.
They use the American dollar to buy oil. Right. Because that was the thing. That was the petrodollar. You have to use American money to buy oil, all right, on the planet. That was the reserve currency of the world, man. I mean, it still is, but it's being dethroned as we speak. You know? This is how America got its power to you dumbass Americans, man.
Right.
All right? Everything that was done with the whole Richard Nixon administration, Bretton Woods agreement, all right, that was what kept you in your power seat. But now it's time for a change. And now these nations are like, nah, we're done with the American dollar. We're done going to you, all right, for your resources. We're going to do our own thing, man.
Right. And it said, what did it say? It said,
Obadiah verse 7 says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee,
Right.
and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
and that wound is going to present itself with this crude oil.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because now they're saying, you know what? We got backed by Russia. Bitch, what you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And China. You know, and the other OPEC nations. Venezuela is one of them. And now you see what happened with Venezuela. You get what I'm saying? Algeria just mentioned they're gonna make major cuts. You know what I'm saying? So you see they're coming together on one accord, confederate against you.
And to add to that, the American dollar, we don't want to use it.
Right.
It's going to cause an economic crisis. That's that root.
Yep.
All right, hyperinflation.
Yep.
Milk, bread, okay, flour, okay, things you need to live. It's going to be so expensive that will start selling.
Because when
Yeah.
crude oil goes up,
Yeah.
everything
gonna
goes
go
up.
up. Yeah, you go up for everything. Yep.
Which it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's just the wickedness of this damn devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is basically these trucks that deliver the food need oil. You know what I'm saying? These factories, warehouses. You know what I'm saying? They need oil. This man's country is built off of the consumption of oil. And as the scripture say, what? He shall be given the fatness of the earth.
Right.
And he took it and monopolized it. See?
Back to Psalm chapter 7, verse 12. if he turn not, he will whet his sword, he have bent his bow and made it ready.
So the Lord, has used these nuclear scientists to build these weapons, so he could perform his will, man, ultimately to destroy Babylon. That's why brothers going into geopolitical things. That's all leading up to World War III. The scripture said the third war coming through.
13. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death.
That's those missiles, the instrument of death. That's how he created the smith to bring forth the instrument of death, man.
Psalm chapter 7, verse 13. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He hath ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
Yeah, and what the arrows, when you hear the scriptures talking about arrows, the majority of the time he's talking about missiles, man.
Yep.
All right, the Lord said he made this bow ready, this arrow ready, to the instruments of death. So when these nukes hit, they're going to wipe out cities. They're going to wipe out the whole America, man.
Right.
See this side, they see like Red One City.
Yeah. And the military has a term called broken arrow when they're missing a nuclear weapon. And they even did a movie on it.
Yep.
All right, broken arrow. All right, Christian Slater. All right, and John Travolta. All right.
And but it's a lot of times it's arrows in the scripture because certain prophets were seeing visions. And missiles weren't created around that time. So what they saw resembled arrows.
Right.
You look at missiles today, what are they resemble?
Right. That word missile is recent. That's a recent word.
Right.
ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. That's a new word, man.
New thing.
New thing. All right.
Scriptures talk about that too. From one end of the earth to another.
One arrow from one end of the earth to the other? Absolutely not.
And well, why is this going to happen to the persecutors? 14, behold, he travaileth with iniquity and hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
That's Esau.
That's Esau. That's why this is going to happen. You got it.
Read that again, brother.
Con, Psalm chapter 7, verse 14. Behold, he travailed with iniquity and hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
It's shit with falsehood, man. All right, Esau, he's full of lies and robbery, man. All right, Esau, you gotta pay for what he's been sowing in the earth.
Right. What this whole falsehood mean? I just looked it up in the dictionary. A state of being untrue, lying. So-called white man is the biggest liar. All right. In America, all right, is the biggest nation that lies. All right. You're the biggest liar, America. Okay. Everything from how this country was set up was based off of lies, man. Okay. So everything that's happening now, based off of lies. Okay. So that's why you're going to be destroyed with fire.
What did Yahweh say about him? He said he's Father.
You get that?
Just to show, showing this nigga's attributes, man.
Right.
His gigs up, his skirt is flying high, baby. Yeah, go ahead.
This is on Psalm 10 and verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
See, those are your attributes that follow you all throughout the scriptures and even in today. That's why, like we mentioned earlier,
Right.
you gotta know your enemy, right?
So this perfect. It lies in. So America sees that Saudi Arabia is cutting the oil price.
No, cutting the production of barrels.
Production of oil, the production of oil. All right. So what's America doing in Syria? Stealing the oil from Assad. Coincidence?
Nope.
So that lines in.
Yep.
That just brought me that. I did a lesson on that. Right. It's been like literally Russia, China, Saudi Arabia, Iran. It's like America is stealing a sovereign country's oil right now. We're talking about truckloads, and they're stealing from Syria and bringing them into Iraq.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Syria is a part of the OPEC.
Right. So America's a thief, which I got right here. The book of John, chapter 10, verse. This is beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, who are y'all watching outside? Yeah. John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not, but to stealing oil. All right. People.
Lands.
You name it. That's America. All right.
Covetousness.
Okay. Identity. They're saying they're us.
Yep.
All right. Okay. The small adders. That's you Edomites as a whole. But America pushes that out. That lie. Like, oh no, yeah, the people of the Bible are those people over there. Everybody, you agree with that, America?
To the point, our people
Yeah.
I was with my homeboys
Yeah.
one time, with dudes in the world. We were like, man, see, that's why them JJs, that's why they so rich, because they be looking out for each other. They save their money. They don't go spy whips and all that type of shit. And I'm just sitting there like, and obviously I'm being kind of kid. But they even got our people believing that shit.
That's right. John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill. All right, all you gotta do is watch all these CIA type movies, and that's all they do. All right, assassinate people. All right. Oh, what did Trump do? Did he not assassinate an Iranian general?
Yep.
All right. Salmani, right? All right. And that's what they do. Okay. And to destroy, drone strikes. Boom. Destroy a whole family. Okay. Destroy a whole village. And then they want to know why they got terrorism. You reap what you sow.
Right.
It's called blowback. That's the term. That's their term. Right? Blowback. Idiots.
Obama dropped all the goddamn
Right.
drone strikes.
Yep. He even killed an American citizen. All right? That he was a citizen. Obama did that. All right? That's why you have terrorism, you fucking morons.
Right.
Anyway, but that's the dummies of America.
Right.
They don't look at the shit that they do to other nations.
Right.
They just look at, oh, Fox and CNN saying this, then this must be true. Like that bullshit that George Bush said. They hate us because of our freedom. Y'all fell for that shit.
Right.
They hate us for our freedom.
What freedom?
What fucking freedom? All right? And now you gotta be a fucking moron to know that them towers were knocked down by the United States government and the JJs, those that call themselves Israelis, quote unquote. They're the ones that knocked down the tower.
Bring it out, huh?
Yeah, a little bit more. All right? But fuck it, it's all good. Because at the end of the day, this is you getting your judgment because what you did to the Lord's people. Because fuck all that shit. What you did to us, that's why the Lord's bringing the pain to y'all. I have come that they may have life. And that they might have it more abundantly. Right, that's why we trust in Yahweh Shemai. That's the balance. We know this devil's a thief. We know he's a stealer. We know he's a piece of shit. But guess what? The Lord gonna protect us. He's gonna save us. He's gonna deliver us out of your hands. All right? That's why we're looking forward to these prophecies, man. It's all about the prophecies.
That's right.
It's Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled. And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. So America, right, they deal treacherously. They spoil nations. They deal treacherously with nations. So woe unto them, man. It says, when thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. And so you gonna reap what you sow, man. You go around bombing nations. What you think gonna happen to you? You're gonna get bombed, man. That's right. They say when they had the towers, they went into those different countries. They said they bombed those nations. These Americans were celebrating that shit, man.
Right.
So what's gonna happen? We gonna celebrate your downfall, man.
Right. When they invaded Iraq, it was on CNN.
Yeah.
It was nighttime over there. It was daytime over here. American stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we was in fucking elementary school.
Right.
Oh, Harry Truman saved the day. We the one who pushed the button. Harry Truman, you know,
Right.
right after Franklin Roosevelt. Right. They glorified that whole story,
hard.
man. You know, and it does show you Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Esau rejoicing.
Yeah.
You know, that they drop bombs on the people.
Right.
That already fucking surrendered.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
But hey, shoot, man, let me get this since I wanted it earlier, since I took it back there. Hey, Revelation 13 and 11. Let's condemn America to keep it going.
Yeah.
Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Who that's talking about, man? Two horns like a lamb. That's talking about America. With a two-party dominant system of the Democrats and the Republicans, and they speak to you as a lamb. You know, they campaign, they kiss babies, they shake hands, they get you to vote for them and say, I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna do this for you. But, and he spake as a dragon. Everything that they do, their decrees are all wicked and oppressive, man. That's talking about America.
Draconian laws.
Draconian laws, man. So this is describing America. You know, point blank. Verse 12, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. Just talking about the Roman Empire, and that's what America exercises. That's what they're based off of. The founding fathers were enamored, and they based off the Constitution and all these things off of what? The Roman Empire.
Just to add, Donald Trump said in a speech in Italy, he said we get your culture and heritage, all right, from ancient Rome. He said that in Italy, all right? So yeah, even your own politicians admit that are still breathing today.
Hey, real quick, what was that magazine that had the picture of the Rome on it? Right at the top.
Probably was.
Yeah, and they had the image of Rome or a Roman emperor on it a couple of times, basically correlating to America.
Yeah, I think they had the image of Rome. I don't know if
That's what it was, the image of Rome.
Time magazine.
One of them time was like.
And there's been plenty of articles, scholars that will correlate America to ancient Rome. All right, from the culture to the politics to the financial system. In fact, the financial system, real quick. You know the quantitative easing guy, all right, that said that the World Economic Forum, they want to set it up and put a CBDC under your skin. He was the one that pioneered the phrase quantitative easing and got it from ancient Rome, because that's what they used, all right, to bail out Romans' economic troubles. Right. So that term quantitative easing goes back to ancient Rome.
Yeah, it's not even deep.
Right.
Like if you want to have a top occupation in America, like a lawyer or a doctor, you have to learn Latin.
Yep.
Yep. And it just shows his lack of ingenuity. You know what I'm saying? To be, you know what I'm saying? To come up with shit. He just goes back to the ancient shit. You know what I'm saying? Still customs and cultures of every other nation on the earth. That's why you a polytheist. You attain all the gods of all the nations. Okay? And idol worship. Why? Because you're not genuine. Okay? You're a fucking copycat, man.
Yeah, but he exercised that brute force of the Roman Empire, man. That's how he got his strong arm all over the world. Right? So Revelation 13:12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. I mean, you worshiping that system all over again.
Like to Daniel 7. You know, that beast.
Little horn.
Yep. Whose deadly wound was healed. The Roman Empire wound, they was healed, man. When they came back in the Renaissance era, man.
That's right.
And up out of that has come what? America, man. Verse 13, it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So that's what we watched in Oppenheimer. That's what happened in World War II, man, with those bombs, man. And them people was already defeated, and not only did they drop it one day, they said, fuck it, we're gonna drop another one on their ass. These people already fucking was through.
And dropped it. I think, don't quote me on which one it was, but one of them they dropped in the neighborhood, quote unquote, where it was a bunch of Chinese Christians, like regular civilians. It wasn't even, well, what those groups did, which was off too. Right. They put one of their underground reconnaissance, intelligence, satellite buildings underground, but in a Christian civilian neighborhood. Right. In America, they dropped one of the bombs there to destroy it. Yeah. But it killed thousands and thousands of civilians.
Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those two bombs killed over hundreds of thousands of people. So it didn't matter what nationality you were, what the creed, all right, what religious belief you were into, all right, you got fucked up. You got put to death.
Right.
And that's what's coming to America.
Yep.
All right? Because it doesn't matter if you believe in plantation Christianity. It doesn't matter if you believe in, if you know you're an Israelite. Because if you're not teaching 100% truth, you're going to get hit with a missile. Right? You got to be serving the true power, Yahweh Bashing Shai, man. In truth, the whole truth. 100% truth. And so you need 100% truth to be delivered.
That's right.
Okay? All right? But just to back what the brother Barak brought out, by America doing that, that instilled a type of mindset for these other nations. They were like, yo, we got to get that technology. All right? That instilled a mindset to these other nations. When they saw that, they're like, yo, we got to get this technology. And that's why the Lord set it up that these nations were going to get that technology. Let the weak say I'm strong.
Arms race.
Arms race.
If you got that Isaiah 9 and 5, you might as well just bring that out.
Okay. This book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Talking about the ancient battles, man. The Greek Empire, you know, the Roman, they had like swords, you know, spears, shields. All right, garments rolled in blood. They would stab each other in blood, you know, yelling. That's what the ancient battle was, man. But this
shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
So this third world war is gonna be with burning and fuel of fire, man. All right, it's gonna when those missiles hit, it's gonna wipe out everything. That's what she said. They shall not spare children. They're not gonna spare nothing, man. All right, when those shit hit, everything in that facility gonna be destroyed.
That's right. At the height of the tensions, and it's really not at the height of the tensions between, you know, the West and the East, or Russia and America. But at the height, it was one point where Putin, every time like he was asked a question or he was told to respond about pressure and sanctions, he was basically like, he knew where this was coming from, and he said if anybody is to like make a move or clench a muscle as far as attacking Russia, he's sending a nuke. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say I'm gonna send troops in, you know, invade or do this, or we're gonna set up garrisons. No, we're gonna shoot nukes. Okay?
That's their preemptive strike. Just like America, you have their preemptive strike.
Right.
Yep.
Hey.
I mean, say like you always say, World War III ain't gonna be a long fought war. It's gonna be fast, you know.
Right.
And another reason why it's got to be fast is because before it kicks off, what's gonna happen? The implementation of the microchip.
Right.
So it got to be fast.
Yeah,
Right.
and their pops always say that. Once they push that microchip and make it mandatory, oh, that's it. It's going to go by fast, the prophecy.
We're gonna kick off, boom, 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 nukes fly, boom, boom,
Nukes
deliver.
are fly, yep.
Right. The Lord gonna make most of those nukes come down upon Babylon the Great.
Like Doomia.
Hey, Isaiah 34 and 1 says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it." So to all earthlings, we need to hear what we are saying right now, man. To everybody upon the earth, because they got these weapons called nuclear missiles that they are going to shoot, man. They're going to shoot these nuclear missiles. It's biblical, you know. So verse 2, it says, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations." So you can suck your teeth, you can scoff, you can say you don't believe, but the Lord's anger is upon this place and all of these nations. That's why the world is entering into these times that it's entering into right now, man. The wrath of the Most High. It says, "In his fury upon all their armies, and he has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood." That's signifying how much death is going to be going on, how much blood is going to be shed in this World War III, man.
Right, bro.
The mountains, these nations, these countries are going to be melted with their blood. It's going to be blood and dead people everywhere, man.
That's right.
You know? Verse 4, it says, "And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll," man. That is prophecy of the aftermath of a nuclear missile detonation, man. Yep. Even the atomic bomb detonation. The bombs drop, the smoke went up, and the heavens rolled together as a scroll. Just look up mushroom cloud, man. That's the Bible speaking.
And that wind.
Yep.
Wind.
Woo! They dropped the atomic bomb, and the people who were fucking 20 miles away, they ain't feel the wind until seconds. So they thinking that they just watching it. That wind still came in.
Yep. They show you that in I think it was the Wolverine.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
And they also showed it with Sarah Connor in the Terminator 2.
Yep.
Judgment Day. Yep.
Destroying wind.
And the director had a dream about that.
Yep.
He dreamt that.
His
That's why he
name
put it in the
Cameron?
movie.
James
James
Cameron?
Cameron,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a dream about that.
Don't get it twisted. Because a lot of these proud Americans will be like, you know what, hey, let's just be quick then.
No.
That's the lake of fire that the Lord
Matter of
gonna
fact,
make you feel it.
up in the prove, it ain't gonna be sure. But go with what you got, brother.
Hey, Isaiah 34 and 4. "And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, mushroom cloud. And all their hosts shall fall down, all their armies, all their air force, as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree." Mayday, mayday. Planes crashing. Verse 5, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, man. That's talking about the nuclear missiles. The sword shall be bathed in heaven. It's going to come down upon Idumea. If you look up Idumea, it's going to tell you plainly it's talking about Edom and Esau.
That's right.
Esau, Edom.
Which proves Esau, Edom here today.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Which proves that this prophecy has not happened yet.
Right. Right.
It's all about the prophecy.
In the book of Psalm 137, it tells us that Edom is the daughter of Babylon. So in Revelation 18, when it talks about the daughter of Babylon being burnt with fire, it's talking about America, man. You know?
That's right. That's right.
Verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra, the main hub of Esau, Edom. And Basra ain't talking about nothing but America, man.
Right. But it was ancient Edom, right? The chief place of Idumea.
Edom.
Yeah, Edom.
Right.
It was Basra.
Right.
That's
So America is the chief place of American construct.
So Basra is associated to Edom.
Right. It's
Yeah.
America.
It's America.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the so-called white people.
Yeah. It says in the great slaughter in the land of Idumea, man. You know?
I got something real quick. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. All right? That's when that nuke hits the ground, boom! That destroying wind's coming right after. Okay? Y'all people gonna get fried, man. Right? Y'all gonna cook, man. You're gonna be ashes. You're gonna be an imprint on the ground like those people in Japan.
Bro.
You got the documentary?
Right. And,
Yeah.
I saw, you know, when I was getting that information from where they dropped the bomb, it was a lot of Christians. And
Right.
So and I told this story before, you know, for edification of the camera. This one chick, she was in that little bunker, you know what I'm saying? And it basically what they were doing was deciphering codes. You know how they do what's it called?
Morse code.
Morse code.
Yeah,
That's what they were doing.
Right,
That was
right.
one. They had their Morse code building. That's why they dropped the bomb there, because they knew that their Morse code building was there. So the one group, she was basically telling her story. So she said she was supposed to get off at 5:30 in the afternoon, but the person to relieve her was running late, so she had to stay over. And probably about 6 o'clock, boom!
Oh,
Right. And you know, once the smoke cleared and everything, and they actually came out, she saw, and that's how she knew it was her. Because she saw like pieces of her bike. The chick that was coming to relieve her, she saw pieces of her bike, and then she saw her imprint melted to the ground.
Yep.
Damn.
It said people had on a striped shirt. The stripes was burned into. That's on another fucking level. That's the Most High putting the spirit upon them to make these weapons, man. You believe the Most High ain't involved with that? The Most High is over it. He's the head of the whole nuke department, man. You know, he created the nuke department.
But that was Mickey Mouse though. That was child's play.
It was one of them ex-generals or something. They say literally, no exaggeration. Atomic bomb is a firecracker. It's a firecracker compared to the power that these nukes got.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 2. And I will send upon Babylon banners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. All you that bend the bow, shoot at her. Okay, that's the day of trouble, man.
And we just brought out in Obadiah all that was Confederate against me. You know what I'm saying? It says the beast shall hate the whore. So that's even EU and NATO.
Right.
And the other countries that are not in cahoots with you. So everybody, that means everybody who has nuclear capability is going to shoot at this bitch.
Right. Look, you know, yeah, America has nukes. Yeah, they'll probably send a couple off, all right? But America is going to be so, all right, fucked up financially, all right? They got to worry about their own citizens. That all these nations are like, this is the perfect time to pounce on her. This is the perfect time to rage and assault on her, all right? But she's vulnerable, all right? That's why they're looking forward to, like Russia, China, Iran, they're looking forward to the civil war here. Because once you're a house divided, that's when these other nations are like, yeah, this place can't stand it. It's time, all right, to put a hurting on it, okay? Just like what America did in Syria. Syria at one point was strong as fuck. But once they started fighting against each other, because America was part of that, all right, then now, what do you see? American troops in Syria, right? Stealing the oil. Okay?
Whatever else.
Whatever else. Yeah, who knows what the fuck they do? Stealing people.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause America, a lot of these higher ups within these officers, they're into that human trafficking too. All right? They're the wicked. This is the wicked we're talking about, man. Okay? But yeah, so that's what's coming too. So that's how you know, oh, this place is through, man. You're not gonna be able to defend yourself from a whole bunch of nuclear missiles bombarding you at the same time. All right? You're not going to.
Like we always say.
Right.
When nuclear, because we've been going through it, and like the brother-in-law always says, he created the sword, he used it. He created the bow and arrow, he used it. He created the gallon gun, he used it. And these nuclear missiles cost millions of dollars. One thing I would give the devil credit for, he's not wasting. He doesn't waste money. Okay? What he produces, he's going to use. Right? Finish with that.
One more, 3. And against him that let the archer bend his bow. That's all about the nukes. And against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spared ye not her young men, destroying utterly all her hosts. Destroy all your military personnel, okay, all your bases here in America. That's what these nukes are going to do. Okay? It's not far-fetched. It's going to happen. This is what Jeremiah saw. Okay? The prophecies. It's all about the prophecies.
That's it. But this is because the brother, not to get away from that point, you can't let that slide. Because that's what he was saying. People said it just now. But Jake thinking, well, it's going to be quick. That's what the Bible said. But that means that once again, you're offending the Heavenly Father. Okay?
Father spirits.
Right. So, okay, the Father Spirit, all your wickedness, pretty much from every lifetime that you've committed, he's going to make a speedy, now he is going to make a speedy riddance of America. But for you to just, a nuclear missile hit, that destroying wind hit your boom, your spirit going to where the scripture speak about, you shall know it after death by pain. Right? Okay, so let's read.
This is back in death.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. This is why we serve the Lord. Because when we saw that, wait a minute. Torment? That's fear, man. We know now we need to serve the Lord. You don't want to get caught up in that, God.
Right, and this ties it back into what we were talking about when we talk about the microchip, okay, and the punishment for receiving it, okay, which is spoken on in Revelation 13 chapter, right? So here's the recompense, okay, for receiving it, specifically to you Israelites. Fuck the heat, they can take it, all right? You know what I'm saying? They can take it, But Revelation chapter 14, verse 8, it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. It's fallen. That great city.
Yep. About America, man. This is John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos getting the visions of America falling by nuclear fire, man. And by laser fire from the chariots, man.
Right. Give or take around about 98 AD. Okay? That long ago. Right? So it says, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
So all these nations, they take upon the philosophy of America, man. That Revelation 17, that whore that sit upon many waters, all these nations took on Babylon, took on the ways of Babylon. Right? They became drunken.
Right. And that's why the scriptures speak about Jake coming into the kingdom, shame and everlasting contempt. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately this judgment, Esau, you know what I'm saying? But since you want to cling unto him, you want to call him that. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna get that work too. You know what I'm saying? What's prescribed for him is prescribed for you. Because as the scriptures say, you're not gonna perform the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, then that means you're a goddamn Edom. Right? So which Edom? The Edomite. Okay? Yahweh Shah said, St. John 8:44. Ye of your father the devil, and the lust thereof ye shall do. You see? So it says, I'll read it again. Revelation 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And look what this is. Doomed for worship.
Right, because what are they worshiping?
For worshipers.
What are these people worshiping? The image of the beast.
Yep.
Right, it's gonna say.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
They worshiping Rome, ancient Rome, man.
Yep.
All right, if you look at all these nations worship ancient Rome. Because America pushed that out.
Right.
That's what the founding fathers were influenced by. Right? All right, by the Roman Empire, man. So, the Roman Republic, all that, Cicero and all that.
Right.
All right? So that's what all these people gravitated to, man. Okay? You got it.
Verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast,
Beast, like NATO to EU. Right? Worship the beast, the NATO to EU.
Right, because why are they worshiping it? Oh, we'll never be taken down. Yeah, my daddy protects me.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's your defense. Okay, who can make war with the beast?
hammer of the earth.
The hammer of earth. That's what our people are fucking saying. Think in their mind, bro.
I had Jake tell me at work.
Yeah.
Man, we'll crush the China, man.
I said, you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
But anyway, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented. Here's the point, because y'all said it was going to be smooth.
Right.
You know, where they go, hey, shit, we all got to die. You know what I'm saying? We done heard that a million times. Shit, so you got to die some way, right? You don't want to die this way. Trust. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Yeah.
That's good. And Revelation 15, like, looking down, see the glass mingle with fire. Right, yeah, your niggas gonna be burning in there, man.
Right. Basking in a lake of fire.
Right.
You know?
It's
Because
fast.
it will be a blast and your body might be, or your spirit is gonna feel like you in a big old lake of the hottest lava and fire ever.
Molten
And the
lava.
Lord know how to slow down time. Didn't
Right.
the Lord stop the sun for a day?
Yep.
With Joshua,
Yep.
you know, in the moon, the sun in the moon.
Yep.
So don't discount the Most High. Don't try him. If you want to find out, just keep fucking around. You gonna find out.
You're gonna fuck around and find out.
Right.
Hey, and and that's what's gonna happen. The Lord gonna keep your spirit in your body. This is judgment day. You gonna judgment just loops hit that whole up get wrong. Then you wake up in the kingdom? No. Absolutely not. And then when it says the torment send it up for forever, it just simply means a long extended period of time. And really, that time is of the Most High. And He's gonna decide how long He wants you to bask in that molten lava.
Hey, this is the creator of heaven and earth. This is who we fear. And this is who we worship, okay?
That's right.
All right, that's the whole duty of man. Fear God and keep his commandments. Fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and keep his commandments. That's the whole duty of man. So with that, Lord willing, let's us edify. We want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Kakudash.
double honors to the apostles of great millstones who do well and taught us the truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the sincere Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their life. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Hey, y'all brothers that are out there, man, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying, pray without ceasing, pray for each other, pray for the apostle elders, for the few sisters that do watch, keep studying. When you pray for each other. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bob and Paul.
Shalom Yahshua.
I got it.